Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And here are my predictions for this weekend's championship matches. Of course, it was the international break last weekend, so it's good to be back to normal. Let's start with tonight's match. Hull City versus Coventry City. Well, at the moment, the table is beginning to sort itself out. It's still early in the season. There's only 5 matches been played, and it's a little bit too early yet to say who is going to finish, who's going to win the championship. But I'm still predicting Leicester to win the championship. But at the moment, Preston are top and Ipswich are second. Leicester are third, with Birmingham fourth, Norwich fifth and Hull sixth. I can't see those teams of Preston, Ipswich, Birmingham and Hull finishing there. It would be a miracle if they did, but I don't think they will. Anyway, let's get on with tonight's match. Hull City versus Coventry. Well, at the moment, Hull are 6th and Coventry are 14th. Like I said, it's still early in the season. We've only played 5 games. This is the 6th match. There's still quite a long way to go yet before anything is sorted out. So Hull City so far have won 3, lost 1. Coventry have won 1, lost 1, and they've drawn 3. It looks like Coventry are not going to have a season like they did last season, but where they finished in the playoff places. But you never know. Like I said, there's a long way to go yet, so anything can happen. Let's see if Coventry finish in the playoff places next May. Anyway, this one I'm going to go for Hull. I'm going to go for Hull to win. Hull 2, Coventry 1. Southampton versus Leicester City. Well, before the international break, both these teams lost. Southampton lost 5-0 to Sunderland, and Leicester, they lost 2-1 to Hull before the international break. And of course, it wasn't long ago these two were in the Premiership, and Leicester put 9 past Southampton. Will Leicester do that again? I can't see that happening tonight. I don't think it'll happen tonight. Southampton at the moment, they are 7th. Well, of course, Leicester are 3rd. Southampton so far have won 3, and they've lost 1 and drawn 1. Leicester have won 4 and lost 1. This one I'm going to go for Southampton 1, Leicester 2. I'm going to go for Leicester to win 2-1. Tomorrow's matches: Blackburn Rovers versus Middlesbrough. Well, at the moment, Blackburn, they are 13th, and Middlesbrough are bottom. And of course, we all know what happened last season, don't we, to Middlesbrough? They finished in the playoff places, so there's like I say, I keep saying there's a long way to go, but if Middlesbrough lose tomorrow, I think Michael Carrick will be under pressure, and I think the alarm bells will be start to ring at Middlesbrough. It remains to be seen how much longer they're going to put up with the results, the Middlesbrough board. Michael Carrick might not be there too much longer if results don't start to improve. Anyway, Blackburn have won 2, lost 2, drawn 1, whereas Middlesbrough, they haven't won 1 yet. They've lost 4 and drawn 1. This one, I'm going to go for Blackburn. I'm going to go for Blackburn 2, Middlesbrough 0. Blackburn to win 2-0. Bristol City versus my lot, West Bromwich Albion. And of course, at the moment, Bristol City are 8th and Albion are 11th. Bristol City have won 2, lost 1 and drawn 2. Whereas Albion, we've only won 2, lost 2 and drawn 1. And of course Albion lost to Huddersfield before the international break. And the only other 2 matches we've won so far are against Swansea and Middlesbrough. So far Bristol City have won 2 and lost 1 and drawn 2, whereas Albion have won 2, lost 2 and we've drawn 1. It looks like it's going to be another one of those seasons for the Albion. We finished mid-table last season. I think that's where we're going to finish again this season. I keep saying I don't think we'll finish in the playoff places because the players we've got there, they're not good enough. We shall see, but I don't think we will. I think, like I said, I think we'll finish mid-table. This one I'm going to go for Bristol City 2, Albion 1. Huddersfield versus Rotherham. Well, Huddersfield are 21st and Rotherham are just above them, 20th. Of course, Huddersfield beat Albion before the international break, so I think that result might give Huddersfield a bit more confidence. I did predict that they would struggle this season, and I'm still going to stick with my prediction that they're going to struggle. Like I said at the start of the season, I think sooner or later Huddersfield's luck will run out, and I think they'll be playing in the League One next season, but they'll probably get out of it like they did last season. Rotherham are another team who I've predicted would struggle. Of course, they managed to stay up last season. Will they do the same again? But you never know. But you know what the Championship's like. It's anybody can beat anybody. So far, Huddersfield have won 1, lost 3, drawn 1. Rotherham have won 1, lost 3, and drawn 1 and won 1. This one I'm going to go for Huddersfield. Huddersfield 4, Rotherham 0. Norwich City versus Stoke. Well, Norwich are 5th and Stoke are 16th. Norwich are another team that everybody seems to have predicted that they finish in the playoff places. But of course, last season they missed out on the playoff, finishing the playoff places. There's, like I say, keep saying, there's long way to go yet from now till next May, before the end of the season. And Stoke, It looks like Stoke are in for a struggle this season. Stoke looks like they're going to have a struggle this season, Stoke. I think they will. They might do well to avoid relegation. We shall see. Anyway, Norwich have won 3, lost 1 and drawn 1, whereas Stoke have won 2 and lost 3. This one I'm going to go for Norwich. Norwich 3, Stoke 0. Preston North End versus Plymouth Argyle. Well, Preston, of course, are top for the moment. I can't see them finishing there. Preston are probably another team will probably finish maybe outside the playoff places at the end of the season. And Plymouth, at the moment, they are 10th. I did predict that they would struggle and could go right back down again, but it looks like they're going to surprise everybody. Preston so far have won 4 and lost none, whereas Plymouth have won 2, lost 2 and drawn 1. This one I'm going to go for Preston 1, Plymouth Argyle 1. Queen's Park Rangers versus Sunderland. Well, Queen's Park Rangers are 17th and Sunderland, they are 9th. Queen's Park Rangers are another team who was struggling at the start of the season. They've so far have won 2, lost 3, whereas Sunderland, of course, they beat Southampton before the international break 5-0. I don't think nobody saw that result coming, did they? Sunderland won 2, lost 2 and drawn 1. Will Sunderland finish in the playoff places like they did last season? I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. I think they will. Anyway, I'm going to go for Queen's Park Rangers 0, Sunderland 3. Sunderland to win 3-0. Sheffield Wednesday versus Ipswich Town. And of course, at the moment, Sheffield Wednesday are second from bottom and Ipswich are second from top. I said at the start of the season that I thought Sheffield Wednesday would struggle, and it looks like they're going to. They haven't won 1 yet. Lost 4 and drawn 1. Ipswich have won 4 and only lost 1. I did say that I thought Ipswich would struggle, but it doesn't look like they're going to. It looks like they're going to surprise a few teams this season. This one I'm going to go for Sheffield Wednesday 0, Ipswich 4. I'm going to go for Ipswich to win 4-0. Watford versus Birmingham City. Well, at the moment, Watford are 18th. And of course, Birmingham are 4th. I can't see Birmingham finishing there. They'll probably, during the course of the season, they'll start dropping down the table, and probably before Christmas, they'll probably be in the bottom half of the table. I did say at the start of the season I thought they would struggle, and I still say they will. I think I'm still going to go for them to finish in the bottom half of the table. Watford so far, well, they seem to be struggling a bit at the moment. Watford are 18th, which is really not good enough for them. Everybody, I think, we're tipping them to finish in the playoff places, but I don't think they will. I think they'll have a season of struggle, Watford. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't finish in the bottom half of the table at the end of the season. But anyway, Watford have won 1 and lost 2 and drawn 2. whereas Birmingham have won 3 and lost none, and drawn 2. This one I'm going to go for Watford 0, Birmingham 1. I'm going to go for Birmingham to beat Watford. Cardiff City versus Swansea. Well, at the moment, these two are struggling at the earliest part of the season. Cardiff are 19th, and Swansea, they are 22nd. Third from bottom, but can't see Swansea finishing there. Sooner or later, they'll probably later in the season, they'll probably pull a run of results together and climb away from the bottom 3. But then again, who knows? The Championship is such a hard league to predict, and anybody can beat anybody. As for Cardiff, well, I did tip them to struggle. I think I tipped them to go down. I think, like I said, it's going to be there's a long, hard season ahead till next May. Cardiff for so far have won 1, lost 3 and drawn 1. Swansea, they haven't won 1 yet, lost 3 and drawn 2. This one's a local derby, so I don't think there'll be much in this match. Then again, you never know. There might be one of those crazy matches where there'll be plenty of goals in it. I'm going to go for Cardiff 1, Swansea 1. Sunday's match, Millwall versus Leeds. Millwall are 12th and Leeds are 15th. These two teams I tipped to finish in the playoff place. I did tip Leeds to go up, finish automatically, but like I said, there's only 5 matches in them. This is the 6th match, so there's still a long way to go yet. Millwall have won 2, lost 2 and drawn 1, whereas Leeds have only won 1, lost 1 and they've drawn 3. Leeds have got to turn these. I think it's going to be a season where Leeds might not finish in the playoff places because they'll be too. I think they're going to draw too many matches. They need to turn these draws into wins. And like I said, anyway, this match I'm going to go for Millwall. Millwall. I'm going Millwall 0, Leeds 1. I'm going to go for Leeds to win 1-0. Well, anyway, that's the end of my predictions for this weekend's Championship matches. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all again in another